Let's do some shopping here at Food Fest in the Bronx.
So this here is fresh smoked apple croaker fish for $16.95, which is these fish over here. It's really smoked like the smoked herring, what Africans will use and add in their food. As you can see, I also do use a lot of fish. And here's another smoked fish here by the packet. And this is a very much a big packet. It's like 5 pounds of smoked fish. And this is another one here. Shark dry in cubes. Where is that? This is my cube. Oh, here we go. This is it here in cubes. And this is what they would use in all their cooking, most of their cooking. And this is that smoked fish here again, like a smoked herring. So this foodies is a Ghanaian leaf. It's used mainly in cooking their rice. Wakey leaf, W-A-A-K-Y, wakey leaves. We have them here. You see how they look? This is used in cooking their rice and stuff, Ghanaian dishes. And here we have some other leaves. This is like a pod. So my Ghanaians and my African brothers and sisters who are looking on, you all know more what this is. Of course, here is lots and lots of oils. This is another oil here, Miniac oil. Then we have the palm oil. We have some more here, some Ola cooking oil. As you can see, is cholesterol free. This looks exciting. And we have the palm oil here, all different types of palm oil. And there's another one here. It's the same oil again. It looks like a palm nut over there, and cholesterol free. So this seems to be have some great medical properties in there. Here we have palm cream with herbs. This palm cream is used to make a soup. This is like a sauce in here, and there's a lovely soup I see where the Ghanaian or even other African states, they use it. And here again is that the small little ones, look at that. Palm nut concentrate, where you could make that palm nut soup. This is what you'll be using to make that. Lovely stuff here from the African market that I'm here. And this is a spicy one, the same thing but the spicy taste. Oh wow, look what we have here, mackerel. I love to make that curry mackerel and rice. And we have different mackerel over here. This is tomato sauce with chili. You see, this is a spicy one in the green label. And this is just a mackerel sauce and just regular tomato or tomato. So just my dear foodies, you will see in a lot of my cooking where I will show you the aubergine or the baigan or balanjan or eggplant. So this is what is called garden egg. You will also see I use the term garden egg. So this is what the Africans will call garden egg. And here we have it in some in cans. And this is another one. This is like the wild one. It's very small aubergine, as you can see, pea, aubergine, and brine. So this also is a garden egg. And here in the US, I did see this, the plant itself. So it's another one here. It's a wild eggplant. It's small like a cherry. And here we have all those bouillon, you know, the chicken bouillon. And here is the shrimp that I would be using in my seafood or my fish when I'm cooking. Here we have all of them laid out in full packages that you could get. You just need 1 pack of this. Here is the beef one, and this is something interesting over here. This is a nice big bowl one. Let me just open this bowl. Let me just open this bowl and show to you. And there you go. So it's like a big packet in here. You just cut it open, and just vegetables that you could use. You see, spices, flavors, seasonings to season up your meat, and it's in a nice little container. And you just open it and use that in there. Look what we have here, foodies. You remember I did that video for you, that achote or natto or that ruku. This is it here. This is the seeds. You see in big bottles you could get the seeds and infuse it as I showed to you in the video and make your own aceite, achote or ruku oil. This here, foodies, is a natto achote, which is the same ruku in powdered. You see the big bags of powder that you could also use it. The seeds can be powdered. Oh my, this one broke on somebody. On you see the stain of it is a good opportunity for me to show to you that stain, how red and nice it is. So the powder one can also be used to marinate your meat to acquire that lovely redness and also that flavor and a wonderful scent in your kitchen cooking with ruku or achote. So this is the powder in powder form here. Here, foodies, is that adobo con sazon. Adobo with sazon, you know, sazon with all of those redness. This is the one with the red, so this has achote or ruku seeds in there. And then this is the plain one here with just all with pepper and pimenta. So this has It's have hot peppers in that too. Also, great price, $2.19. And you could use this to season any meat or fish. And well, this is the famous adobo, which is like the one I just showed to you, $4.29. But this is the Goya. This is a much bigger size, all purpose. And this is the total. This one here is the total, with everything in it, the perfect season. I think some of them is no MSG in there. This is another brand here, La Flor Adobo con Sazon. So this is the one with the redness. This is the one with the plain yellow adobo. And over here is just the regular white one, all-purpose seasoning. And as we move over, here we go. There's another one here, all-purpose season with pepper and pimienta. Well, pepper with peppers is spicy. But $3.95. It didn't say if there was no MSG in it. And foodies, you know how I like my coconut oil, and this is a lovely organic coconut oil here. It's not bad. It's really nice. It's a nice size here for $12.99. And of course, you know it's real when you see it sleeping. That's 56 ounces, 1.66 liters. Another organic coconut oil over here. It's a glass bottle. Actually, this one is too for $15.99. You can use it for cooking and for massage and also on your body. And here we have some cane sugar, organic granulated sugar. Cane sugar, which will really be white sugar. Lots and lots of that white sugar here that I really like this sugar a lot. Something interesting here, foodies, wasabi powder. You know, all of you who like the sushi. So here we have the wasabi powder that you can use to make your own wasabi instead of buying the ones in the tube. And that chameli, we all know that chameli flour or manzanilla, where we could use to make our teas. We have them here in big bulks. Not bad, $3.49. So here, foodies, a tea bowl, and this is what it looked like. So for your teas, you just open it up, put in your tea leaves in there, and you close it up, and you put it inside your cup now with the hot water, and you steep your tea. I'm going to get me one of this to enjoy this lovely Arabic teas that I got. And basil leaf or basil, whatever you pronounce it as, this is that basil leaf. But foodies, this basil leaf is, you remember that tulsi? The tulsi plant, the tulsi leaf with that hint of purple, which is the Chinese basil. This is what it is, the basil or basil leaf. And here we have bay leaves for all our cooking. You use bay leaf in sweet and savory cooking. You have them here in really big containers. And this, the bay leaf actually is $7.99. There you go. And here we have cinnamon, canela, which is more the Spanish ones. And this is the cinnamon bark. As you can see how more broken up and soft it is. While we have the cinnamon here, you know, where you will get them from places like Pakistan and any tropical country, they carry them. So this is the one I love most because it's more hard and tough and stay together. My foodies, you will be surprised what I'm going to show to you now. Guava leaf. I heard that guava leaf is really good. It's really good to make tea. It helps with your high blood pressure. I heard about it. I didn't do too much research on it, but here we have some of that guava or guayabas leaf, and of course we have that, oh boy, what is this, lemongrass, and what's the other name for lemongrass? I forgot now that I am here. Lemongrass, which is good for making teas. Yeah, fever grass, there you go, fever grass right here. And our spices here, we have the nutmeg, the crushed red peppers here. We have the granulated garlic. This is some black pepper already crushed in here, ready, waiting for you. And the granulated garlic here, $18.95. I use a lot of this. I'm gonna grab me one of this. And tamarind. Here we have some tambarina, tamarind. This is the sour one that you will use to put in your fish and shrimp and all of that. Tamarind, I showed this to you already in the boxes, and this is the one in the packages. Lots of curries here. Lots of curry powders. And here we have some ground allspice in packages. And here we have that black pimento peppers, you know, that you will use, that I usually will put in my escovitch and all of that. You could put it in any curry and spices. And here we have some red peppers. This may be hot ones, or paprika you will get. I have to look for the paprika. I need some paprika. Also paprika, which is much smoked sweet paprika. There's no spice to it. And here we have some paprika powder red, but I need to find out if this is spicy or not. And as we move down here, we have clove in bulk, you know, our sweetness of our cloves. And here we have ground ginger in bulk, which is very strong, you know. And this one is dry jerk seasoning. Lots of stuff here to come and indulge in. And here we have in bulk oregano Greek for this big container, 288. So like, you know, you don't have fresh season, you could always use oregano. It's very strong and nice. We have bigger packages here in the oregano. And here we also have shrimp dried ground. Oh boy, I'm going to take this because I like to flavor up my food, you know, with shrimp powder and all of that. So I'm going to grab one of this shrimp powder. And we have other stuff here that you could come by at this supermarket and indulge and find. What is this? Oh, trigo pasta. I think, okay, so this is more to make soup and stuff. I think this is more Mexican will use this trigo. And they got different sizes, you see, shaped like the orange. They have bigger, different sizes into that. Different shapes. This is another one here, like an elbow. Then you have this piece over here. I think this is like a more Mexican stuff to make their soups and stuff. Here, foodies, you will see this as Jamaican sorrel, and at African stores you will see hibiscus. And you all know what this is. This is sorrel to make that lovely sorrel juice. Around Christmas time we use it. This is a Jamaican one, and we get it dry. So I'm going to be grabbing one of that. Hibiscus flowers. You see, this is how it's labeled. Flor de Jamaica, with flowers from Jamaica, but it's also in a lot of the Caribbean islands, Trinidad and Tobago. I grew up with this juice, and there's also a white one to it. Like sorrel drink.
I don't know.
So we here have some avocado leaf. I don't know what they use the avocado leaf for, but you all can leave me a comment. And lots of peppers. You all know I love to use my dried chili peppers. So we have organ. This is the ancho, the big ancho one, which is not very hot. It's mild. We have the chili, and they go according to the stars. They have how much style, so it's know the depth of the heat in these peppers. They're all dry and nice. A lot of Mexican cooking that you will use for them. Oh, these here all done. This is a chili pasilla seco. Again, another one here, really big and nice, so you could come by and indulge. Here we have the fine thyme. We all know that fine thyme herb that we all love in a nice little package over here. So if you don't get them fresh, you could use here some lovely fine thyme to season up your meats and fish. And here we have the couscous. This is the medium-sized couscous. And we all know each time you make, this is vermicelli or sawine. Oh, upside down, hold on. There you go, vermicelli or sawine. We use it. You could also use this in making your pilaf, your rice. When you make the rice saroni, this is another one over here. And I think they have it also cooked. This is another one over here, vermicelli, so many different types, and it's very expensive. And this is something interesting here. We have some luncheon meat. That says luncheon meat, beef and chicken. So this one is beef, so I guess you just slice it and put it in your sandwich. And this is the chicken one over here. So much great stuff to get into this market. $2.95 for the chicken. Lovely, quick and easy stuff that you could use here. And you know that tapioca pearl where I will show to you. This is cassava tapioca pearl where you could use to make so many different things. I have a recipe that I showed to you. Or sabudana, as we all will know the Indian name for it, sabudana. And this is, what is this? This is to make a porridge over here. You can make porridge also with that tapioca pearl, which is also sago, known as sago. Some of you may know that. Lots of stuff in here that you could combine in the African market. This is another breakfast porridge that you could use to make. And here we have okra. There you go, okra grits. So you just make that nice little slimy okra soup with this here. Interesting. This, my dear foodies, is locust bean. I have been watching some recipes lately, African recipes, where they use this locust bean. And I'm going to take one of this. Usually we'll get it fermented, but I'm surprised that I see it here. I'm going to take this and make some nice rice. You add it with your rice and your chicken and stuff. That's how you use a locust bean. And this is sumac. If you all see me use those Mediterranean cooking, this is the sumac powder that you could use. Here's some more locust beans. Wow, a lot of locust beans they have here. Lots and lots of stuff here. And here we have some okra again. You know, they make that okra soup. So this is okra powder. You'll get a little slime in your food when you use that. see lots of stuff to come by here at this market. I'm going to leave the address at the top where you could come and indulge. And here is that fufu. This is plantain fufu. And you know, you can make your own fufu. I'm going to do a video for you shortly how you can make it from your own fresh ground provision, where you could just pound and mash. Lots of different type of fufu here. The powder is already in there. So it's a green plantain fufu, and this one is a mixed plantain, maybe plantain and yam or one of those that you could use. And you have that with that lovely soup, okra soup. That's some more your pounded yam there. You could use that also to make your fufu. There's another little one here. Pap is to make a porridge, ogi, amaku cocoa, my favorite, ready in 2 minutes, traditional home taste. To microwave it too. This is another one, gari. This is, I had a recent video there that I showed to you how to make atike. So this is what it is. And here foodies, a casbeza marrano. This is that Mexican mortar and pestle. You see that, where you put the stuff in there and you pound it just like, you know, like the Loran Sill type, and you grind. And we do have the mortar and pestle over here too that you could use, but those are the bamboo ones. You have a lot of stuff over here. This isn't a big wide one. This one is to pound the fufu. You see that? That is to pound the fufu because it's flat and wooden, and this is metal. So here foodies is some clayware. This is a clay pitcher that when you leave the water, it's always going to be cool in there. This is another clay pot, and you know I love to cook with clay pots. This is another one here. This is much higher. It's a higher one, while this one is a lower one. Then this is a really big one in that high one, and this is a board with a clay pot, although it's glazed inside, that you know you could bring your food out and serve it in that. This is a clay dish that you could use to make your macaroni pie, or if you want to do your chicken or roast chicken or whatever. We have them here $27.99. You have the big tray ones there for $29. So lots of clay pot here. But you know what? I think I'm going to take this now. So let's take a look at this clay pot. So I think I want to take this clay pot, my dear foodies. I want to invest in this clay pot. Let's take a look at this. And this is the clay pot. And this is the cover. It's really nice. And let's see. Lovely snug fit we get in here in this. So you check your clay pot. This is nice. And it's not glazed. And this is like how much? Like 4 inches thick. This is very good. And you look for any cracks or whatever. And you all know you have to soak this in water overnight and let it really soak into the clay pot. So I got me a lovely clay pot here, and I can't wait to do some cooking now with this clay pot for you, my dear foodies.
Thank you for joining me, Jenny's Walk.